All right, I just want to start off with a quick statement. It's been obviously not the start that we wanted as a team. Didn't have the performance last week that we wanted against Seattle, but I'm very optimistic about this team, our defense moving forward, and we know we have a lot of work to do. There's no excuses. We're not going to use injuries or anything like that. Whoever's out there has got to be ready to deal. We got to coach better. We know we got to play better. But we are committed to the process, and we are working our butts off every day to make sure that we get there. And so looking forward to this week, and I'll take any questions.
Coach, you guys traded up to take DJ Johnson. He's been a healthy scratch so far. Can you kind of give us some insight on that decision? What's going into that decision so far?
Well, we've been really blessed. We have a lot of good players at that position. Justin, Brian, Etor's been playing really well, Barno. And so we just, he's doing a great job. I would say that. We like where he is. We like his progress that he's making. And it's just a matter of him, finding those opportunities. But there's always those fluctuations, and it's week by week, and we'll see what happens.
Sorry, Paul.
No, thanks.
It seems like you guys have adjusted Ejoro's role throughout this whole process, trying to find out where he fits. It seems like he's doing a really good job in that inside role. Yeah. What in his game makes him successful in that aspect?
Yeah, he's done a great job. Start off, he's on the edge. He's an outside backer. He's going to play defensive end for us in our nickel package. And he can rush. He can set the edge. He can play the run game. He's done all those things really well. And when you look at those known passing situations, when you're just trying to get your best rusher out there, regardless of position, his ability to move inside, show that flexibility, to rush on guards, to rush on centers, to work all those pass games inside. And he's done a great job of learning it and showing that flexibility, and it's been really good for our team.
Does that kind of allow you to kind of avoid maybe using stunts or other different games in there by having that versatility that he has?
Yeah, no, our whole menu's up with him in there, so it doesn't really limit us or change anything. It's just more so it's a different body type.
Camus struggled a little bit against the Seahawks. In fact, two-part question. There were 3 linebackers who graded below 50%. Any changes there? Any adjustments going forward?
A lot of people struggled. The coaches struggled. We all got to be better, and we're evaluating everything, and we're trying to do the best we can. But Camus is really important to us. He's played a lot of good football for us, and we know that moving forward, we're going to need him. So,
Will he get a second start?
We are not going to talk about that right now.
From the standpoint of Justin Jefferson, I mean, he's very good. He's going to get his touches. He's going to get his catches. Yeah. How do you kind of game plan for a team that has a wide receiver who can win like he can win with all the rest of the variables around him?
Yeah, he's arguably the best in the league. Speed, change of direction, route running, after the catch, he could do it all at a high level. And Kurt could get him the ball, So this is going to be a great challenge for our defense. And it's not just one guy you got to stop. You still got to stop 87. You still got to stop Addison. They got weapons all over the place. They have the ability to run the ball, even though they haven't really committed to it so far. But we know that it's coming, and so we just got to be ready, and we got to prepare and be on top of our game on Sunday.
Yesterday, Frank Reich mentioned that Xavier Woods is expected to miss some time. Him being another one of the veteran leaders, one of the primary communicators as well on defense. How do you look to help to sort of fill the role in the interim?
Yeah, I think when you lose a player of that caliber, just like when you lose Shaq or whoever it is, it's like you can't replace that experience. But what you can do is give those guys that are going into the game a chance to be successful. You put them in positions that they are comfortable in. The one thing I would say is that all of the guys in that room, Sam Franklin and Jamie Robinson, they've done a great job of just staying prepared, working each day. I like the fact that even before Xavier's injury, those guys were working towards being a starter, preparing like they were going to be playing in the game. And now they're going to have an opportunity to show what they can do. So,
Camus said that he and Dion have similar skill sets. With that in mind, how do you sort of split up those guys, or how do you envision that rotation?
Yeah, we're not going to get too much into the rotation. We want to save some of that for Minnesota, but they're both talented guys in terms of their ability to run and tackle and hit, blitzers, good in pass coverage, and they give us versatility, and so we'll see how we deploy them this next week.
We
You saw Barno get involved a little bit more on defense. Is that about kind of just giving him a chance to kind of develop those skills, or are you trying to figure out if Justin Houston needs maybe less or more snaps? What goes into your decision making with the rotation?
Yeah, well, we're never going to play the season with two guys. You just can't do it, right? So we feel good about Burns, obviously. We feel good about Justin, but those guys can't play 70 snaps, and it's great to have quality backups like we do. Yee's done a great job. Barno's getting an opportunity, and whoever else it may be down the road. But it's you got to have 4 or 5 guys at that position always going to keep guys fresh for those known passing situations and to keep you fresh throughout the course of the season.
Tackling is obviously a fundamental part of football. How do you improve that on a week-to-week basis?
Yeah, it's one of those deals that you have to practice with intent. Anytime you take a drill, a team drill, even a walkthrough, there's got to be intent on the tackle. And even though we can't finish in the practice setting all the time, we can still have the great approach, the long stride to a short stride, using good fundamentals, and then envisioning making that play on Sunday.